record Zooms. So I'm going to share screens with you in hopes that it will help you if you are absent or whatnot. You are not zooming right now. You're here, so you can see it. You don't have to get on live with us, but I'll try and record it and post it. Does that make sense? No, I am. That's it. Just me. All right. So when you get into, when you log into Clever, you're going to click on Reveal Math today. So it should look like this, green, Reveal Course 2. Since this is second hour, it would say Math 8 MYP Lab 2. But if you happen to be in third hour or seventh hour, you'll of course have that there. But you don't have to worry about it. It's the one that's not out. So once you're into Clever, you're clicking on that red McGraw-Hill app. And then you're clicking on this Reveal Math. And I'm interested to see what that is on your so click on Reveal Math. Click on Reveal Math.
I'm a tiger.
All right, excellent. So you should see right on your dashboard that you have assignments. Click on Reveal Math. All right, so when we click on that Ignite activity, it's under your today's date assignments. Right. So we are going to complete this activity today. If you do not have your Chromebook or it's not working for whatever reason, I do have some hard copies. Does anyone need a hard copy? Savannah, do you need a hard copy? Yeah. There you go here.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. So let's view. When I click view, it's going to show me essentially where you guys are at as far as doing this. So here is what it looks like. It says download the assignment file and open and complete the content inside. When finished, upload the completed assignment file. So when you go to download it, I'm not sure how your Chromebooks are set up, but it should download to your Google Drive so that you can just open it there and edit. So you're gonna go ahead and open it. It looks like this. And you're going to be completing this activity at, comes down here. You might have to click enable editing. You can even you'll let you open it. Once you've opened that, you gotta get into your content to get to the activity. All right, so Reggie, Michaela, and Dara created the following poster for science class. Reggie, the distances are so great that they take up a lot of room on the poster. Michaela, each distance is greater than 1 million. Can we just write them in millions? Reggie, or even billions. Michaela, but the first two distances are less than 1 billion. That won't work. Dara, why don't we just get rid of the last 3 zeros in each number? They all have 3 zeros at the end. So I want you to take some time on your own right now to write down a few things that you notice and at least a question. So what do you notice? What is a question that you have? All right, just gonna give you a couple minutes and then we'll start working and talking together about that. So you may have to click on the enable editing before you can start typing anything.
Where was that?
I don't know. Did you download it or did you just try to open it?
I don't know. What?
So download the document. Once you download the document, then you can. So where were you? Click on expand. You guys figure out the download document. So you have to expand the toolbar. And that's will be so click on that expand toolbar, download document. Good. Can we figure that out? That was a little tricky. So it opens as like a document e-reader at first. And then if there's like a toolbar up here in the e-reader that says expand toolbar. So if you click on that right below that, there'll be like a little, almost like a file. Okay, all right, so open it up. All right, did you get anything noticed? We're gonna open an e-reader, and then we have to expand. All right, 2 more minutes because I think we're now finally in there. Get something down that you noticed, something down that you have a question about. Bless you. Bless you. Something down there, guys, so remember, this is what you're going to be saving and uploading as the Ignite activity assignment. This is our first test assignment in our new program. Okay, so talk about it. Share your observations and questions at your island. What do you notice about the observations you each made and the questions you each asked? All right, and go. We got 2 minutes, guys. Talk them through. So I can lay on the floor if I do my work. All right. It says, with your class, choose one of your questions and record it below. This should be a question that you can answer by generating your own strategies. Who's got a question they want to share with us? It's gonna take a while. What'd you have, Mackenzie? How did they find out how far we were from each planet? Excellent. How did they find out? Well, they weren't in my science class who went out with no rulers to try and figure out how high things were, right? They went out with some measures. They probably measured it. All right, so anybody have any questions about the numbers? What'd you say, AJ? What about when they're on the other side of the sun? Yeah, so they vary their distance from the sun, is that what you mean? So like, how do they know which number to pick? Good point. Cause it's not like a circle, it's elliptical, right? So there's some points that are longer than. Right. What do you guys notice about these numbers? 78,340,000, 1,275,628,730,000. What do you notice about them, Xander? They're all numbers. They're all numbers. Whoa, we're getting deep here. What did you notice, Xander? Numbers go up. The numbers, okay, they're getting bigger. What else, DJ? They all have a 0 in it. I like that one. So Earth is 0.0, right? Because these are all the distance from Earth. What else, AJ? They skipped planets. Quality. So if we're looking at Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, how many zeros did they at least have? What did Dara tell us? 3 zeros. 3. They all have at least 3 zeros. So Mars has 1, 2, 3, 4. Jupiter has 4. Saturn has 6. Uranus. So we could say they all have at least 4 zeros, right? Okay. Is there a way that we could notate or simplify how we wrote them? Do you want to ask that? So maybe, is there a way to abbreviate? Do you know what it means to abbreviate? So maybe instead of writing misses out, like MISSES, I don't know.
That's Mississippi, not Mississippi.
Oh, wait. You write MRS period, right? That's an abbreviation. So an abbreviation for Michigan would just be MI. All right. So now we're trying to figure out how can we answer this question. What strategies can we use? What are some ways we could abbreviate? How could we write these? Get rid of the 0. What assumptions, if any, will you make? Why are you making these assumptions? So think your way through and try and come up with a way that you might abbreviate those. All right, I'm gonna give you a good chunk of time because I want you to think these things through. Think about what you're going to have to do, what you're going to have to be able to do in our first lesson. So on Wednesday, you should be able to use integer exponents to show repeated multiplication of rational numbers. You might think of how that's going to start fitting into it, okay? So take some time, try and come up with a strategy. This isn't easy. It's not clear cut. I'm not just giving you the answers. You're going to have to spend some time trying to figure it out, okay? And go. try and come up with some ways you can shorten those numbers. What can you do? What mathematical things can you use? Can you write them as like number sentences? Could you add them? Get there, could you multiply? Get there, show that you've taken it off. So if you just took off the zeros, how would you tell someone that you took the zeros off? Okay. You could write that all out, but that sounds like a longer way to write the number than a shorter way. Think it through, guys. Just talk it over. It's okay if it doesn't come to you right away. Start looking at the numbers. Maybe write the numbers down. Bless you. Let's make sure we're talking about math and not inappropriate things.
Is what? You can plug it in anywhere. I don't know if you'll be able to sit with it, but you probably will need it for a minute or two.
All right. Let's come back here. So did anybody come up with any strategies? Yes, no, maybe anybody come up with a strategy that would work? What do you think, AJ? All right, so we could use scientific notation. So How did you show, let's see. How did you show Mars with scientific notation? What'd you say? Okay, so you realize that these all have a 0 at the end, so we can multiply or divide them all by 10. So times 10 to the 7th power. So if we put the decimal here after the 7, timesing it by 10 to the 7th power means we're moving the decimal 7 times to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that works. So 7.834 times 10 to the 7th. So if we put a decimal point in Jupiter after the first number, we're multiplying it by 10 to what power? Let's count them. So we would move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does that make sense? So Jupiter becomes 6.2873 times 10 to the 8th power. Saturn is 1.275 times 10. You're not sure to what power. If we put the decimal right after the 1, we're multiplying by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. So 10 to the 9th power. Remember, when we multiply by 10, we're moving our decimal point to the right. So it looks like Uranus and Neptune would be the same, right? Because if this is billions, this is billions, this is billions. But we're rewriting the decimal point. So maybe somewhere down here, we can describe our strategy, right? Put the decimal after the first number, multiply the number by 10. I'm going to use this little caret. It's shift 6 just to show exponents. So multiply the number by 10 to whatever number of places we have to move it. Alea, bring me your phone or whatever it is you're playing with. Oh, nope, bring it to me. It's off and put away, so there's no distractions. Alea, you can go or you can bring it up to me. Those are your options right now. To the office and give them your phone. The expectation is that it's off and put away because now you're causing us all to stop here. Can we move on? Thank you. All right. So 10 to whatever number of places we have to move the decimal to get to the original number. It's probably a lot easier to look and see by an example. So we'll make some examples tomorrow, okay? So make sure you're saving any work. We'll finish that Ignite activity and talk about how we're gonna upload that later. You can pick it up at the end of the day. Let's see. Sorry. Have a super Monday. Thanks for waiting. Alright, I am going to.